Hail and welcome to Some Secret Place. I'm your host Gemma, and this is the web show where I talk about Wicca, witchcraft, paganism and all things magic related. So hold on to your witch hats, stride those brooms and let's get going. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the festival of Imbolc, which is one of the Wiccan 8 Sabbats. I'm going to be giving you an incense and an oil recipe and a solitary ritual that you can use to practice yourself at home. So stick around for the end of the video where I will tell you where you can get your hands on that. What is Imbolc? Imbolc is a fire festival and one of the 8 Sabbats that make up the wheel of the year. Imbolc starts on February Eve and goes on until February 2nd in some places. Imbolc celebrates the renewing of the energies of spring and the reawakening of the plants and the fertility of the animals at this time. At Imbolc, we focus on cleansing the old in an effort to make way for the new that we want to invite into our lives. Spring cleaning is a usual folk tradition of this time, where you would take out all the old straw from the house and all the dust and you would sweep it out. Imbolc is also a festival sacred to the goddess Bridget, as she is the goddess of the forge, and it is the energies of fire and renewal that we are looking to invoke at this time. The aspects of the god that we call on at this time are those of the regenerative, vegetative gods like Pan, be careful with that one, Lu, who is a sun god, and Kurnonos, who is a vegetative god of the land. The colours associated with Imbolc are white, green and red. White for the purity of the year, green for the renewed vegetation, and red for blood, both menstrual and that of birth. Here are some things that you can do at home to celebrate Imbolc. Number 1, candle magic. As Imbolc is a fire festival, burning fires is a good thing. Who knew? So candles, burning a little bit of incense or something flammable in a cauldron, please make sure it's safe, and having a bonfire outside are all good things. Lighting the hearth and leaving a bridey doll next to it in a little bed with a phallic wand is also a good way to bring together the fertility aspect and the fire aspect of Imbolc. Candle magic that you can do at this time should be devoted to your goals and aspirations for the year ahead. We want to focus on ways that we want to grow and change and evolve in this year. So as the season grows and matures, so do we. A good way to work candle magic is to grab a candle and some oil. I made this one earlier in the true Blue Peter style, and to anoint your candle with your oil and inscribe it with a symbol that represents your desire for the season. Burn it. If you can't burn it all at once, you can snuff it out, and then when you relight it, reiterate your goal or your desire, and then let it burn, snuff it out again until it's all gone. Once it's all gone, you can take the leftover wax and you can use that in other spells or use it to make other candles. Another way to celebrate Imbolc is to visit a holy well. Holy wells are sacred to the goddess Bridget, and if you leave an offering, you can take some water. You can use that water in your spellcraft to cleanse your house and to cleanse your circles. You can even use it to have a ritual bath. You can put a few drops in and that will turn your bath into a holy dedicated Bridget bath. Another thing you can do at this time is plan your garden and plant some seeds. While you're planting your seeds, you can whisper your intentions to them, and as you water them, care for them and tend them, so you will also grow your desires. Now, let's talk altar setup. The way I like to set up my altar for Imbolc is to keep it fairly simple. I use a plain green cloth as an altar cloth. I have a white candle for the goddess, a green candle for the god, and a red candle for the Sabbat. I usually do candle magic at this time because I'm not very good at plants, and anything I grow, I usually kill, and I don't want to do that with my intentions. For my Imbolc incense, I like to use a recipe from Scott Cunningham's Incense Oils and Brews. It's a really nice smelling incense. It smells really nice and deep and sweet when it's burnt on a charcoal block, and I highly recommend it. The recipe is on the download at the end of the video. Another traditional thing to do at this time of year is divination for the year ahead. So grab your favourite divination technique and have a go. For my own solitary ritual, I like to keep it simple. I open a circle, I call the quarters, I invite the goddess and the god and any ancestors I may be working with at that time. Then I say a little bit about the season, my hopes for the year ahead, and then I do any magic and divination. Then I close the same way that I opened. I say thank you to my ancestors, I say thank you to the goddess and god, I say goodbye to the elements, close the circle, and I'm done. Now for this Sabbat, I made a handy dandy download that you can get your hands on. There's an Etsy link in the description below where you can go and buy it for just a few quid. And it contains all of the themes, the symbols, the correspondences, everything of the season, as well as an incense and an oil recipe and a solitary ritual that you can do yourself at home. If you enjoyed today's content and want to see more witchy tips, tricks, techniques, book reviews and more, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about Imbolc, and I'm going to be moving that hair from my face. The goddess, enunciate, goddess, it's a goddess.